I had a good long talk with the two young captains before they left, and they were just as nice as they could be. We found that we had a number of common friends, and Captain Warwick knows quite well the Miss Lou Randolph in Richmond that Garnet writes so much about, and Rosalie Burney too. Just before bedtime, we were startled by heavy steps and loud knocking at the front door. Having no white man within 3 miles, not even an overseer, we were a little startled, but mustered courage. Sister Met and I, followed by 2 or 3 of the Negroes, to go to the door. Instead of a stray Yankee or a squad of deserters, we confronted a smart young Confederate officer in such a fine new uniform that the sight of it nearly took our breath away. He said he was going to the Cochrane plantation, but got lost in the pond back of our house and had to come in to inquire his way. Sister invited him into the sitting room, and he sat there talking with us till one of the servants could saddle a mule and go with him to show him the road. Sister said she felt mean for not inviting him to spend the night, but she was too tired and worried to entertain another guest now. If the fate of the Confederacy depended on it, his uniform was too fresh and new anyway to look very heroic. January 31st, Tuesday. Sister and I spent the morning making calls at the tithing agent's office where she stopped to see about her taxes. We saw a battalion of Wheeler's Cavalry, which is to be encamped in our neighborhood for several weeks. Their business is to gather up and take care of the broken-down horses so as to fit them for use again in baggage trains and the like. At the post office, a letter was given to me, which I opened and read, thinking it was for me. It began, "Dear Ideal," and was signed, "Yours forever." I thought at first that Captain Hobbs or Albert Bacon was playing a joke on me, but on making inquiry at the office, I learned that there was a cracker girl named Fanny Andrews living down somewhere near Gum Pond, for whom, no doubt, this letter was intended. So I remailed it to her. As we were sitting in the parlor after supper, there was another lumbering noise of heavy feet on the front steps, but it was caused by a very different sort of visitor from the one we had Sunday night. A poor, candiferous fellow came limping into the room and said he was a wounded soldier looking for work as an overseer. He gave his name as Etheridge, and I suspect, from his manner, that he is some poor fellow who has seen better days. Sister engaged him on the spot, for 1 month, as an experiment, though she is afraid he will not equal to the work. February 2nd, Thursday. We spent the evening at Major Edwin Bacon's, rehearsing for tableau and theatricals, and I never enjoyed an evening more. We had no end of fun, and a splendid supper, with ice cream and sherbet and cake made of real white sugar. I liked the program, too, and my part in it, though I made some of the others mad by my flat refusal to make myself ridiculous by taking the part of the Peri in a scene from La La Rue. Imagine poor little ugly me setting up for a Peri. Wouldn't people laugh? I must have parts with some acting. I can't run on my looks. The entertainment is to take place at Sister's, and all the neighborhood and a number of people from Albany will be invited. The stage will be erected in the wide back entry between Sister's room and the dining room, which will serve for dressing rooms. After the rehearsal came a display of costumes and a busy devising of dresses, which interested me very much. I do love pretty clothes, and it has been my fate to live in these hard war times when one can have so little. February 4th, Saturday. We met in the schoolhouse at Mount Enon to rehearse our parts. But everybody seemed out of sorts, and I never spent a more disagreeable 2 hours. Met wouldn't act the Peri because she had a quarrel with her penitent, and Mrs. Lou Bacon said she couldn't take the part of Esther before Ahasuerus unless she could wear white kid gloves, because she had burnt one of her fingers pulling candy, and a sore finger would spoil the looks of her hand. Think of Esther touching the golden scepter with a pair of modern white kid gloves on. It would be as bad as me for a Peri.